make good Olympians, one needs a good ecosystem. No one knows better about it than Leander Paes, 18 times Grand Slam champion. He's also won an Olympic medal in 1996 in Atlanta. And today he joins me as the ambassador and strategic advisor to a sports edtech startup called Sportjo. Leander, you are one who's not a product of the system. It is your dad's time, money, effort, your own time, money and effort that took you to the podium in Atlanta and then those 18 Grand Slam. And no one knows more than you, better than you, the importance of having an ecosystem around a sports person. Is that the reason you invested in this startup?
That's exactly right, Rika. I was very blessed myself to be born into a family that was so rich in sports knowledge and sports education that now as I finish 3 decades of professional sport, it's very important to take that knowledge that my father and mother have imparted and share that with the community. I feel that the ecosystem of sport in India needs trained professionals to go into the grassroots levels and build sport from the way up. I also feel that there's a lot of education that is needed to the parents, to the young athletes, that sport is not just about being an athlete. Sport has so many other different jobs available, and this is where Sportjo can make a big difference.
Srini, thank you very much for joining me on the show. Tell me, what is Sportjo all about?
Thank you, Rika. First of all, a pleasure being here. Sportjo is a company, probably one of its kind in the whole world, which helps you convert your passion for sport into your profession, right? And we do it through a meritocratic pathway, which is assessing the candidate first, figuring out what your skills and strengths are, building on those strengths, filling up the gaps that exist to make you successful in the sports career, and eventually matching you to the right job. It'll be a disaster if an operations person goes and joins data analytics and vice versa. So what we do through our process is ensure that your skills and strengths are honed and you get the job that's going to be absolutely fit for you.
Are you also going to schools and colleges with your, Sportjo network and the framework that you have of the curriculum?
As the funding comes in, I guess our focus areas will be 3. One is Sportjo Junior, as we call it, which will go right down to schools to start with class 8 to 12th to educate people that educate people, kids and their parents, that sports is a career option and not just a hobby or an interest. We will later launch a product for kids between the grades of 4th and 8th.
At the heart of everything are the sports men and sports women. When we talk about tennis, we've heard about a young boy called Samir Chatterjee in Wimbledon who won the boys title. When do we see, a Grand Slam champion from India or an Olympic medal winner in tennis from India?
It's wonderful to see a young boy with Bengali origin winning at Wimbledon, and I think that since 1990 now to see this young kid, I felt really proud of that. But on saying that also, I just saw he got a wild card into the qualifying of the US Open. There is such a big difference between winning junior Wimbledon in singles and then winning senior Wimbledon. And that goes for any sport. I believe also that through the Sportjo vision, not every human being can be a Wimbledon champion or be an Olympic champion or be a World Cup champion. But the ecosystem of sport can create millions of jobs.
Talking about US Open, I have to ask you, what are the chances of Naomi Osaka really coming back and scaling the heights she had last year? In fact, she's going to be defending her US Open title.
Naomi's Ayana, my daughter and my favorite female athlete at the moment. And as much as she's getting a lot of hate online on the different apps that are out there, I feel that the brand of sport that she plays is so raw, is so real. And I have so much respect for Naomi. I feel that, yes, I think that her management team or her team can actually polish up a few things in terms of her media actions or her media interactions.
Time is ticking on another great champion. Do you see her winning the 24th Slam?
Oh man, I have her in my prayers every day. I think that it'll be phenomenal to see that record being bettered. I think Serena really deserves it. She's a real go. She is one of the greatest of all times, if not the greatest, once she gets this next Grand Slam win.
Leander, I cannot let you go without asking about Roger Federer. He's taken a break from tennis. He's now going to undergo knee surgeries. Do you think that the great that we've all looked up to and we've wondered where his career is going next, we are going to see him back on the court?
Rika, you're really putting me under the gun now. But as I've always dealt with answers very honestly, Roger's one of my favorites of all time. And I'm not just talking tennis, I'm talking through sport. He's like a Michael Jordan. He's like a Tiger Woods. He's like a Pele or a Ronaldo. And I don't see Roger Federer winning another Grand Slam. I think that there comes a time in every athlete's career or every human being's career when you actually see the curtains come down.
In terms of records, maybe Novak Djokovic is going to go past a lot of these greats. But let me not ask you who will win the US Open, but who will be the biggest challenger to Djokovic in the US Open and in the coming years? What do you think?
I think that's the real question. Who will be the biggest challenger to Djokovic at the US Open? Because in a best of 3 set match at the Olympics, Alexander Zverev could get hot and serve Djokovic off the court. Mm-hmm. In the finals of Wimbledon, where you saw a young Italian boy, Berrettini, win the first set against Djokovic, he still knew he had to win 2 more sets in a best of 5 set match, and he couldn't do it. He had an injury on his right hamstring. When you watch the finals of the French Open and you saw a young Tsitsipas come in, a Greek boy, come in and win the first 2 sets against Djokovic. In a 3-set match, that would have been the title. But in a best of 5-set match, Djokovic is incredible. His mental aptitude, his resilience, his ability to last long, whether it is his gluten-free diet or whether it is his flexibility or whether it is his repertoire to mentally keep adapting to the situation. I mean, I could go on and on about Djokovic. I will tell you this though. Don't be surprised if Roger Federer's record gets broken by Djokovic in a couple of years.